Missed some shots they make, but did you feel that you were doing what you wanted?
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job. I mean, of course, them not having, Duncan and huge things, Ginobli was a huge playmaker for them. So they were shorthanded, but I thought defensively we did a lot of good stuff out there. I thought Dwight got us off to a really good start. And in the third quarter, when we pushed the ball and attacked, we looked good on the offensive end. I thought our defense was pretty solid all night.
How critical was it for Dwight to play the way he played, missing Duncan and Spurs?
Yeah, I mean,
full advantage of the
I think it's important for Dwight to kind of come out. He missed half our practices for training camp. He only played 2 or 3 exhibition games, and all of a sudden now, this is his sixth game of the year for us, and this is still training camp, right? So it's important that he just kind of gets the rhythm and plays, and just no matter who's out there playing, he's got to play well for us.
You ran like a pick and roll, 5 in the first 4 possessions involving him.
Yeah.
Obviously that was intended. What were you trying to do to either get him going, or was that the right choice?
We ran some pick and rolls, and we found a little bit of success in there. I thought he rolled hard and got some, late at the rim where he's really devastating on those high passes. He goes upstairs and gets them. But we had looked at some stuff, and then we got him in the post. We had 3 or 4 things we were looking at to start the game, and one of them was the pick and roll. And I thought Dwight did a good job rolling, and James hit him late sometimes. And we got some good stuff out of there.
You spoke of blending, of keeping Howard on hold of the second string at some point early in the preseason. How pleasing have you been with the way that's worked out this far?
Well, we're trying to do as much as we possibly can. I mean, I'm sure there's going to come time with foul trouble or other things that you can't do that. But as much as we can keep one of those 2 on the floor, I think it gives us much more punch. When Dwight's on there, we can run an inside-out type offense, and then when James comes in and we sit Dwight, we can run a lot more of our motion stuff and more trying to get the court spread. And so we have definite different teams, but putting Papa Nickel out there with that small group helps too for ball movement and stuff. So we have kind of a small group, big group thing going.
You described them as being short-handed, but knowing what they had on the court and what you have at home, they're coming off from back-to-back. You're supposed to win this game. But you guys played a solid game.
Yeah, I thought so. I mean, we're going to have to be a lot more on point. 21 turnovers is too many. Saturday night, we're going to have to be better when Golden State comes to town. So.
But just in the general focus, though, I mean, you said the turnovers are high, but you guys played good defense throughout. It seemed that that's one of your points of emphasis during training camp.
Yeah. I mean, we're trying to be aggressive defensively. The guys have been doing that. I think when we can get into our coverages and everybody's tied together as a unit, when we flow pretty well defensively, we worked really hard at it, trying to keep that connection where everybody's on a string and everybody's flowing together defensively. And if you do that, then you're usually available to challenge shots and keeping the ball in the paint as much as you possibly can. So there's a lot of real positive stuff defensively. We're going to have as always, every team you play gives you tests you differently, but our next 2 games are going to be tested defensively. But that's we're looking forward to those tests.
You talked about offensively wanting a different speed and different pace. You still haven't gotten that. Does that kind of automatically change with the opponent on Saturday?
Well, probably, but I mean, it starts. We're getting enough stops that we should be able to run off our defense more, and we want to get on our steals and on deflections and block shots and long rebounds. We want to get the ball out quickly. We did in the third quarter tonight. We got up and we attacked early in the third quarter off our defense, which if we get stops and runs, it's always hard to beat a team that gets stops and runs, because as you run out, the transition defense makes a lot of mistakes. You're able to get good shots. You're able to get to the line. We're getting the penalty early, and a lot of good things happen when you get stops and runs, just because the defense is always on its heels.
Isaiah against Parker, is that about as well as you can do against?
Yeah, I mean, look, going into the game, to be honest, I was like, oh boy, this, Isaiah's going to have his hands full with Tony Parker because Tony's just such a tremendous player. And not having Ginobili, I thought Tony would really. I thought he did a good job. I thought our team did a pretty good job of covering up and reducing the space that Tony had to work in. And Isaiah's been playing better. Like I said, his last 3-4 weeks he's really picked it up and been playing a lot better. And so really important that he just keeps on. He's such a young guy. And I said that Demo is such a young guy. Isaiah, Terry Black, rookie, Coach, rookie. Troy Daniels, really a rookie. He played 5 games for us last year. You could look at the guys that were playing. Those guys have got to all just improve and get better. Same thing with Terrence Jones, a young guy. They all got to improve and get better.
You talked about playing aggressively and contesting shots. Is that what's kind of led to some of the success you guys have had at keeping teams from scoring from beyond the arc?
Yeah, they miss some shots that hey, look, a lot of nights it's a make-miss league. I mean, they make some little shots, things look a lot different. But I like the fact that when we're connected defensively and we're being aggressive, we're able to take teams out of their first option, then they get in their second option, and the clock starts running down. If teams start attacking you early in their first option, breaking you down, then you end up scrambling the whole possession. But if you can fight them through that first 1 or 2 options, all of a sudden the clock now becomes your friend. There's 7 to 8 seconds. They're trying to run, a late action play, pick and roll, whatever, and you really have to defend a low clock, which is always easier.